I came here just to have this experience, see the similarities or the differences, and bring that back home and tell my people about it. And yeah, it's awesome.
6 strangers must return to the wilderness, traveling old trade routes of the Ulnu and Unama'ki, also known as Cape Breton. Surviving for 25 days with no modern technology. Learning the old ways from the elders to reconnect to their past and find what truly matters.
Day 123. Now we've been on the top of Everest for 123 days. Right now we're discussing who to eat now. First we ate Carly. It was good. You know, she eats a lot of berries. We had to eat. So we ate Carly. It's pretty grim. That's the last of Carly. I think that's one of her kidneys. I don't feel good about it. Had to be done. R.I.P.
Logan's first night in the wilderness saw him joking with Dayby. Putting their camp cam to use, they tried to bring some levity to the dark night.
I know I have that.
So yeah, Logan survived his first night. It's cold, he said.
Yeah. First it wasn't that cold. I was like, oh, I can sleep through this. But then it got like super cold at the end of the night. And I was like laying there without a blanket and I forgot. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they didn't use each other for warmth either though. They were
A V.
apart.
The back.
Yeah.
I was sleeping between Carly, Jody, and forget his name.
We have a new team member, Logan, who fits in perfectly. And yeah, man, it was a good night. Everyone's in high spirits.
You guys seems pretty solid. Fit right in with everybody, which is great because I don't want any more of that conflict happening. And hopefully he'll be another diplomat, which would also be really nice because then there'd be no more conflict and it would just be chill, which is exactly what we need for these next however many days we have left. I kind of lost count at some points.
Yeah, man, it's good, man. I'm looking forward to it. Next half of this.
So I was the first one watching the fire, which is understandable because it's like my first day. Everyone's probably tired and stuff, and make sure to keep it warm for everyone.
And he must have dozed off before he woke one of us up. Luckily, there's still embers.
Yeah, I fell asleep for like 5 minutes. I decided to close my eyes. I woke up and Debris' fire was on. I mean, Debris' shoe was on fire. Your shoe's got on fire.
I did?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. The pressure, I'm pretty sure you gave him the right hook and he was out for the count at one point.
Carly kept me warm all night. I kept her warm, but I was cold. I had a, you know, crazy dreams. And so I know I got some rest because I dreamt. So that's just what I think about.
I think Logan is pretty cool. He's a bit quiet, but I think he'll warm up to us within the next 24 hours. And he seems like a really nice guy, which I like.
Okay, this is yours, I think, right, Jody? It's Cameron's old thing, is it?
Oh, yeah.
6 is better than 5. I would definitely say it's easier on the canoes and easier on us all together as a team.
Yeah, time to punch in. Time to punch in, boys. Some of us ain't coming home.
Yeah, it was really nice hearing like the little circle that they have at the end of the night. Yeah, it was nice hearing their stories and how I like lifted their spirits when I showed up, and that felt really good. It was awesome.
He is very energetic, which is nice. We need that.
Do you prefer a guy or a girl? Are you a good paddler or?
we all feel good. Today, last night was a great night.
Setting off early and feeling revitalized, the group is ready to continue upriver. Gathering their belongings, they attempt to paddle. Despite having 3 canoes, some still require patching, and with shallow water, Carly and Logan decide to wade through to allow space for their gear. Moving against the current, they will again travel nearly 3 kilometers to Burial Mound Camp and hope that it can be the start of a new chapter in their journey. The adventurers arrive at Burial Mound and search for a suitable place to set up, though some seem to be struggling to keep pace with the rest of the group and adjusting to the emotional struggles.
Oh, well, wait, let's do this first. Let's put Logan. Let's grab this one and put it right here.
I do better being in solitude and coming to terms with whatever I'm going through on my own versus in a group. I don't like to talk things out. I just like to, wrap my head around them in my own time. And I think I was able to do that and work at the same time. So I don't think I was too bad. I still tried to be productive even though I was terribly, terribly sad. Can fill in the spots with all the extra moss.
Jody is pretty quiet. I haven't had a chance to really connect with her, so I wouldn't know what her motives are, but I do notice the laziness, and I just try not to let it bug me as much. You're doing good. That paddle just knocked the wind out of me. It must be nice just to sit there and not use your energy. And if you're sleeping that much and you have this energy, why not use it for the group? And I feel at some point, some people didn't want to do things for the group because of Daybai's attitude, but in turn they were affecting the whole group.
Should we do our dancing?
Hoping to stave off bad dreams, the group remembers the important lesson of stomping the ground to ward off negative energy.
Right there's my nook.
What if we just clear the moss? It looks like it's coming right off.
We're done stomping?
Yeah.
So we basically got from here.
Do a little shuffle.
To there.
Just kidding.
To here. From where Logan.
I know he gets a little frustrated with Daybai. Setting up the teepee was frustrating. When we all wake up dead, we were this close to just telling him to shut up.
It's not gonna collapse on us. Come on, guys.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Daybai was in a rush to knot it, and the two poles were like this, and then the third one was just hanging under.
It's fine. The string's not gonna break. It's a hitch. It's a cross hitch. It's a cross hitch. God, it's fine, man. It's not gonna fall.
The thickest one was just hanging by literally a thread, so.
It's a hitch. It's meant. We don't even need to tie a knot. It's a hitch, so it's knocked on it. It's like a noose.
Nobody felt comfortable with that at all, so.
The other one was way more loose than what we had yesterday.
Yesterday was pretty tight. Everyone but Daybai noticed that our teepee looked like it was going to fall.
That's why it looks like 1, but it's actually 3.
That scared me, and I'm pretty sure it scared everyone else. Logan made a comment saying that he's seen many teepees fall. We asked him how, and he said the way that they tie it and the weight of the wood.
Tell they haven't built a teepee before.
It's not falling. It's not gonna naturally fall.
They're just putting together a tripod and putting sticks on top and then... But that's cool,
Tensions around setting up shelter have shown Logan there are still issues and problems to be overcome within the group. He must find his place within the dynamic.
I went and talked to Logan there, and it's like, he might be older, but you don't have to listen to him. Just do your own thing, Take and leave what you want was what he says.
I want to be the calming presence, always positive, because I'm pretty used to living in the woods because I'm from the res and I go to the res a lot, and yeah, nothing won't bug me here.
There's deadfall traps too, but I don't quite know how you do it. It's like you put a heavy It's hilarious just carrying around the forest in my hair.
I hope that we can make traps for squirrels. I know that Cam, before he left, he was talking about how he knew how to do that, but he did not teach us how to set up a trap for a squirrel, so
Yeah, like that. If this was super like heavy or something, you know.
we are going to have to figure that out on our own. And I hope it's successful. So they have no way of going that way but this way.
Dave, I just about got a squirrel this morning, but my aim was just, I didn't pull back hard enough on the bow and I missed it about 4 inches. And he was just sitting there, so I'm sure we'll get something today for sure.
Honestly, I'd rather not eat a squirrel if I don't have to.
I hear that squirrel is very tasty.
Because they're cute. I mean, if I'm hungry, I'll eat it. It's just the way it is, but.
Logan has gone off, hoping to fish with the new spear, but returns empty-handed.
We did feel that Cam really was, like after the fact, when he left, we kind of thought about it, and he did seem pretty keen on like instigating or keeping a grudge towards him. And Dave, I kind of just stole the spotlight.
Now he's gonna be all
gloaty.
I killed the duck, I did this, blah, 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 blah.
Just being passive aggressive and saying things, and
I'm the only one killing things around here. How come no one's gonna help me? Oh, I got that duck last night.
it seemed like he wanted an argument, or in a sense, kind of wanted him to leave instead of Cam. But with Logan, I think it's a bit better. We're not, it doesn't seem as gangy. It's like we've been through about 11, 12 days now, and I think we've come to terms with, like, he's a tough personality to deal with, but we have a better group to adapt to it, and we have our space now. We have our set rules, like quiet time in the morning and night. That seems to help.
Elder Terry Denny had a feeling that the group was in need of help. His intuition was correct.
Yeah, we were just in the tarp and came down.
Terry went out to Burial Mound Camp to find that the adventurers were struggling in the dark with a collapsed wigwam.
We're gonna do this in the dark.
Did you dance on your ground?
Yes.
He reminds them of the importance of securing their lodgings during daylight.
Put this one in the middle because of the nut.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll stand it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just snapped it up.
So we got the TV back up with the professional assistance of Terry. Everyone's in here.
Safe and sound.
Safe and sound. No injuries.
With a new day comes new teachings. Elders Darlene Gugu and Debbie Bernard instruct the group in the important skill of basket weaving.
Judy, is it?
Nina, darling, go. We name is Squareges, Debbie Bernard. We go mat lewe. Because neck is cook. But you can have like basket down the little bread basket. People not go down. You don't 12 a Canada Gabriel. So gisi doon bottom. A Canada big you la bottom. Na nu Donald 12. Na kuto kam ko doon. Kunina. The Lord man na debi do achis ko la. Kuto kam ko doon. Masaw gakay ko doon 12 days ago. Wala ito ka. Mana no te del kino debi. Asam bitak asam do achis ko do ay ko. Chikito am ko do no. John asam base ko lekol samedok. Oh my God, wo gijit la bemit. Ani bas kito am ko doon. El Donaish. Patama, hopefully will I do it, baby. The Lord, I'm making the may with Gaishi. She's like Pada and was what on. You bought a Luscano Adaman. Ah, Nigegi Zappa. 12 away, man. She's good to code one. Ne bocce liskunu wadam. Every second one, I'm gonna try in and out. You have to weave it in and out. Ju basigam, what's the word on? La lit kided na billa, kisasical. Ju nanago, lakpa, bocce liskunu wadam. Then you got to balanek basket. I don't come as ya, liskunu wadam. The frame is really metquega, much.
Yeah, the frame is stiff. Okay. Still got a long ways to go.
For this basket design, 12 shaved strips of wood, generally ash, are laid down, all meeting at the center to form a star. A thinner piece of ash is woven between them, starting at the base and worked up to the lip. The initial pieces are formed to provide the shape of the basket during this step. Various size strips, bows, and knots can be used to alter the decoration of the design. When complete, they vary in size and use, sometimes having lids that are great for storing berries, supplies, and other important items when on the land. Utilizing natural materials and patient methods, Darlene and Debbie make sure the adventurers understand the importance of using what nature has to offer to make their chores and lives together a little easier and more beautiful. This teaching is about more than weaving fibers. It's about weaving choices. Together, the group must combine patience and skill to create a new, practical, and ornamental object, just as they must work together to achieve strength through unity. Already halfway through their journey, the group reflects on the bonds they have formed.
So, yeah, man, halfway point. Anything special you guys want to say out there?
Me and Teresa connect on that level that we're mediators.
It's a great trip so far, halfway there. Glad we made it.
And we're adaptable and we know what bugs us, and we try to accommodate so we don't ruffle feathers and affect everybody.
Yeah, I've had a great time. It's been nice, you know, my mind's been quiet and chill. It's gonna be hard to get back to the city.
Morning routines are starting to develop for the new group of 6 as they return to the natural rhythms of living on the land.
Good old blueberries. This tastes good. Breakfast.
Sometimes, like, Carly likes to wake up and go foraging for berries and stuff like that. And then just, like, gathering firewood. Some of the guys like to go in the water and try fishing or hunting squirrels. So I think we kind of just, like, pick our own little roles. You know you're here for your own thing, so just come here and work together as a team, but really, when it comes down to it, you're here for yourself.
With each adventurer ready to contribute and all aware of the challenges of survival, they are finally learning the importance of working together as they hunt for a much-needed meal.
I decided to go out hunting yesterday. At first, I saw this one squirrel. I hit it, but it like bounced off him, and that kind of got me mad. I was like, oh my God, I got it, but it bounced right off him. So then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna keep trying. And then I was walking around, and I saw this one squirrel. It looked fat. It was like eating an acorn right in front of me, and that kind of pissed me off. I was like, oh my God, because we're all hungry. He's eating right in front of me. So I came up and just came up close to him, a couple yards away, snuck close to him, and he was dead.
What's up? What's up? No. Oh well, let's check it out. What'd you get? You got a squirrel? Yeah. Kill shot. Logan with his first kill.
And that was pretty good. That was pretty awesome. I came in and finished him off when he was shot, and yeah, meets that we had some squirrel.
Yeah, boy. Brunch! Brunch on Logan! Woo! For once! My man.
All right.
right, let's go do it. Let's go clean this. Yeah. So far we got a duck, a snake, and a squirrel. It's alright. Let's do it up.
Excited for their catch, Logan whittles a spit in preparation for cooking the squirrel and giving the group not only food, but a new sense of belief in what they can accomplish together.
I can't dress it. Do you want to dress it? Unless one of you girls want to skin it. It's like they're meant to be peeled. They're orange. Imagine we're just that way. Just grab a squirrel, just peel it like banana.
I haven't been here as long as I have, which kind of sucks because I kind of wish I was, but I'm happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
Yep, good work, buddy. This was getting pretty bleak. 2 kills in the first week and then nothing. No, at least a little squirrel.
By combining all our strengths, we overcome any weakness. Our people reach higher together and move forward hand in hand. Can we turn the knowledge of one into the wisdom of many? Are we brave enough to change when we must and strong enough to hold on when we can? Will you make the simple choices that can weave us together for a lifetime?
Dang, if she can't stay, she can't stay. If she wants to stay, she's wanted, she's needed, and she's part of our team.
6 strangers must return to the wilderness, traveling old trade routes of the Ulnu and Unamagi, also known as Cape Breton. Surviving for 25 days with no modern technology, learning the old ways from the elders, to reconnect to their past and find what truly matters. At their first camp as a new group, they have found a new sense of accomplishment, where everyone feels revitalized after Logan's success with the bow.
Towards the evening, I went and set the fishing line, tied it to an ash tree so it has some bend on it, so when the fish gets caught, it has some leeway and it's not gonna get just tight and snap. No fish this morning. Try again on up the river.
Yes, we are definitely ready to move on. It will be great. It's a nice spot though. I'm gonna miss the spot, but it will be nice to see someplace new.
Yesterday was very exciting. Logan got us a squirrel with the bow.
Heard Logan yell. He was sitting somewhere around this area. Guess he got a squirrel with a bow and arrow. And
I was a little skeptical to try it because, I can honestly say I've never gone into my backyard and looked up and been like, that looks like dinner.
The squirrel was tasty. I never thought I'd ever eat a squirrel.
And he managed to hit a squirrel. Yeah, boy. Brunch on Logan. With an arrow, so that was like a big moral lift. Yeah, we can do something.
And it was small. It was kind of like a pig roast, it looked like, which was kind of funny.
he cooked a squirrel on a spit, and it was pretty good. He was pretty black.
Added that to my list of random things I never thought I'd eat.
I didn't eat the heart. The guys ate it, and I kind of wish I had a piece, but it's okay.
The heart wasn't too bad. It was a little bite. It was almost like a popcorn chicken to me.
I saw some this morning, but I was just using the washroom, so I couldn't hunt a squirrel, but I seen it.
As they ease into their new lifestyles, packing up and moving has become a much smoother routine for the group. Though still needing more food, they prepare to head to their next camp, Dark Falls.
I'm excited for today, but I'm not excited to get wet in the water.
Yeah, it's definitely given me an insight into what my ancestors lived like and what they did on a day-to-day basis, just in terms of work and downtime and fishing. Like, food was a big part. It's definitely helped me reconnect.
I definitely feel more connection to my indigenous part of me. We're completely disconnected from technology and the rest of the world, and it's nice, it's quiet. When I'm in the city, it's like my mind is just nonstop go, go, go. So being out here, it's quiet, my mind is quiet. I feel more connected.
This experience is really eye-opening, and I really do miss home.
Though they have come far, there is still as much to be done, and many are beginning to feel the loss of home and family. Reflecting on the challenges of being in the bush for so long, the day's first obstacle appears. A waterfall must be passed on their way upriver. The only way is to portage. Packing their belongings and carrying everything takes time and care, but also requires patience and the willingness to work together.
Today we tore down our camp. We packed up all our stuff and got ready to portage down, but the water was too shallow, so we had to mostly walk again.
It's nice to be out here without contact. It feels different. I feel more connected to the land.
I've had some kind of difficult dreams in the past, week or so, but it's definitely showing me that the whole point for me coming out here was just to work through my mind and stuff like that, and it's getting there, working on it.
The person who I was before this was basically kind of lost. I was kind of lost in my life in a way that I've been lost for quite a while, simply because what I've chosen to do in life, and my goals in life, have become separate things, whereas it used to be one.
I feel more connected to my ancestors because I'm out on the land.
I feel more like I'm living like my ancestors did and bringing back the traditions and culture. And
a lot of the things that we're doing out here take so much energy, and we're just like, wow, how did they do this before?
And, you don't know where you're gonna land next, so it's part of the adventure.
We're stepping back in time.
After a difficult portage, the group finally arrives at their new camp. With the weather turning and the physical and emotional challenges mounting, they must find new reserves if they are to continue.
Everyone's kind of dialed in right now, so we're coinciding much better. It's exciting, it's refreshing. I want to finish strong. I want to keep pushing and just
With some of their spirits growing stronger, only time will tell if the group can unite so they can all make it through. As they put the finishing touches on their new camp, Elder Terry Denny arrives to teach the adventurers how to set snares with rope they can make themselves out of sinew.
Of course, no one grabs
Hello.
Begisi dume gishka go eh. Kanul nu gawe midi me go ya. Kanu gude amaduaro go eh. Anige ya begisi dulo. Msigu abia liadno. Ahaba bish begisoka. Then to go eh. To judai de Tiamu idai neda. Tiamu ka abi oktaba abi kainet. Aneng mo pa ko jimenada. Aneng mo ap kisidu pap na buktan. Tawo ya pa gisabon gisil grud mutosob na abo ko gan ap telidim. So wala neng mo te tel gito qado. Tu jabel jegi. Se geli auna neng mo ne. Tanda wala say tachtegel na mawaduan is the telege. He's up ito okay. Jabajege det. And taba bingi sporties it keys. See the rope starting to form. Wala niya dahil na da muina bila. Ay mo muina buya diama bi. Yan abuta na mede. Dot cheese. No dai mela. Na ko bigay. Ewem na dahil na siguabi. Aning mo niya toch pilaman. Kalamarat kido. Mula neng mo daluwer neng mo dai namsa no dai ona neng we. Sida abo ni na sa idol neng mo. So, do det ona. Toch pilaman. Kat kes kuna toch pilaman la. Na buo is no dai. I need to descent this cover scent. And cover sent out here would be balsam's fir sap. Nani yela de moy, nana buktaan, mo borde ligende. Isi dua gasanien, msigu abi, tiam muktabim, tababim. Ajigidu masin, imajun sudi. You are out here to learn how to live out here. Ola without yet a gabli much. Well, guess who this Kazikti? A jachte desk glabizanat. Bemiadel knanemi duno, bemiadel coegitus, bemiad nentus na. Kat gil am spegedu de masingil pugigo. Dandel nentus Sijuana medu del guess who this Kaz no abligus no without tina. Katla de keluk. Na del is not sta adu. We can set one right here if you want. So we're going to use a trigger on it. Na bokogin. Tabu na gumuzul dai na chil sazigo. Kelapche dodigo. Abli was nastasi na apkoget. San japkoget na nisi ala. Ona aged la bli mudel. Kestu negedel. Kala manchida ayin khazim pedo. Kala de shawam muhammadu.
Once a trail is located, a loop is made with a single piece of sinew to form a snare and tied onto a large log, which is anchored to a tree so it can pivot. The remaining cordage is braided into a thicker sinew. Then, 2 branches are carved to form an interlocking trigger, using a notch and nub release, creating enough tension to hold the log in place. With the braided sinew tied around the trigger, the snare is positioned just above the ground, held open by 2 smaller sticks. Once the snare is activated, the trigger stick releases the log, which lifts the game into the air, with the weight of the log keeping it suspended.
Aniela, Jilsum la rainer, moos. Dus la neg mooi. En als hij daar gaat, zet koene we hem neg mooi. Doe dat dan. Dan blijf je moest het deel, ne? Nap koket. Onayado. Waliga igek. Ye bas nu daike. Tani lag wanadel. Kido. Oh. Wala mu anyway ladi. Anyway. Wala mu la bukana. Anabli mus wala optimidi la. Ustig ngamo daigo. Hello dadmen. Ila agwan liedo. Lidiet na gisi boli kasi do la neng mo la. Na kesat ke liet la. Okay. Malalio.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Malalan.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Bugo kisi gina mo loktain. Tana bo on mo si doxp te tel mi ma junsin. Bugo teli mo lokta ka wai da gemus. Tan del mi la mu ko ni gwegala. Minishko. Tan del ik tan tigen. Ni go al bezi de legal abi espokasigo. Ni ai na bu ta an maut. Digo buai san liwana. Dus jua maut mi me staan de gang gisel gas mi ligt aan de rosse. Ni je gisku egna mo lo ta ba bi mo dan lia rosse. Bugok na go idai ne da tep tuk tani tu is bi jottes. Kat keskuk. Kat gna mo an nahdai ne da chiji daan. Chitandel mi majun sindet. O ju bega dun ladet mudalik sokukun. Anek mo inu da adwana. Kala manta madwe de stet akisem sukti dorsep. This will jaw ti off that deal. Liana mo go yedenu. We got 3 breaks in a day. Breakfast, lunch, and supper. Out here, we do not have that luxury. When you're hungry out here, that's when you eat, if you have something. So, there is no time. There's only daylight and there is darkness. So, that's all I have to say anyway. And I thank you guys for listening.
Thank you for always.
Malalan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Masicho.
Struggling to find sources of food, Josh heads along the river to spear fish and takes time to reflect on relationships both at camp and back home.
And we're out here trying to spot the fish. Doesn't seem to be much out here right now during the day. Yeah, it's very picturesque though. Nice river line. Very nice. Me and Teresa, we're getting pretty close. Good friends, have a lot in common. You can tell she's a very independent woman. Yeah, I've done a lot of walks together, sitting by the riverside, talking. Talked a lot about our pasts and stuff, and yeah, gave me more insight to who she is and who I am. She gave me a good hug after that fight with Deva. So she's seen me cry, seen me laugh, seen me act a little silly. Yeah, it's nice to have someone to keep you warm at night. Kind of keeps you going throughout the whole days and such. Yeah, she's been a very good friend so far. Someone to lean on, and we're good delegators and just a good support group all around. The others I seem not to be as close as others would think. Like, I think Jody and Carly are pretty close. Deva and Logan seem to be getting along well. They sit up and watch the fire and can hear Logan snickering a bit. But I do have someone waiting back home for me, and can't let that go to waste. Just keeping the fire alive. And I've heard that analogy in Sweats before. The woman at home and the men at home, keeping a fire alive while you're out here learning and growing as a person. But yeah, in my mind, that'd be pretty perfect, I think. I think she feels the same way, I hope. But that's up to her. Out for the trudge back. Didn't realize I came so far.
Though some are building deep connections and friendships, others desperately miss home and family, feeling more alone than ever. With the day coming to an end, the group splits up to harvest any food they can find. Dayby joins Josh to setting fishing lines, while Jody, Teresa, and Carly set multiple snares. The challenges of being out on the land have been affecting each member of the group differently. Some push forward to embrace their new teachings.
I need a belt.
While others are feeling drained and have distanced themselves from the group.
Good thing I got thermals.
The cold, hunger, and isolation are becoming too much. With evening closing in, Josh sets to work on making a fire with a bow drill, believing in the importance of following the teachings. He is soon joined by the others, who are realizing that teamwork and support are some of the best tools they have. However, one adventurer has not yet returned to camp.
It's tough, and I constantly want to cry.
One of the crew came up and notified us that Jody had announced that she was prepared to go home.
And I couldn't sleep at all last night. I was tossing and turning.
Our team has finally come together in a more operable way. So it was disappointing to hear.
And all I could think about was going home and finishing this whole thing.
After spending time alone, Jody asked to speak privately to the producers. She is asked to leave the show. Everyone has struggled with loneliness and isolation, and they've already lost one member of their group. When the others found out, they decided to write Jody a personal letter, reminding her how important she is to everyone.
Here, Jody, I won't stay long. We just want to give this to you, and, you know, maybe if we're lucky, it'll lift your spirits a bit. Dayby did a nice drawing for you, and we all wrote a little something, so it's front and back. And I hope you feel better.
The journey has taken a toll on Jody, the youngest member of the group, and she is unsure if she will stay. The adventurers hope their words of encouragement will convince her to remain.
You're a tough customer and a great soul. I'm happy to have you this time with you. Your growth is commendable, and you're a kick-ass paddler, because he's my paddle partner.
Your smile legit lights up the teepee. I love having you around and can't wait to spend Halloween with you. So glad I found a friend in you, T.
Jody, your natural beauty and beautiful smile lights up a room. Your laughter is genuine and full of life. The absence of you in our teepee would be greatly missed, and I hope you power through, not only for us, but for yourself especially. Joshua.
Jody, you are a very kind and sweet person. Your energy is very beautiful to have around. I love your sense of humor and your beautiful smile. You do so much for us and is greatly appreciated.
Jody, I think you're a strong woman with a warm, sensitive heart. You came and traveled the furthest of us all, and I appreciate you making the journey. I could not have made it this far without your support. The youngest of us all, but it did not show. You were such a pleasure to be around. Don't leave me, please. I love you. Heart, Carly.
It was all just positive messages to let her know that, like, you know, we love her, we've grown to be friends, and she's like part of our little family right now. We have a little family that was put together in extreme situations. This is tough, it's not easy.
After reading the letter, Jody decides she needs to speak to everyone.
So, glad you're back. Hang in there. We're almost there, man. Last push came this far. It's all good, man. I had my moments, you have your moments. We all have our moments. We all have our moments.
Yes, I've had moments.
Jody, Carly's concert, I was like, oh my God, these sad songs. All these songs about love and breaking up.
Dude,
I'm visualizing.
I was asking for requests. You could have shot me a happy one. And I was trying to do happy ones in there. I was the one throwing the happy ones in.
Sitting there like, oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? I'm all like, yeah, that's what my girlfriend's singing right now. What she's gonna get me.
Feeling bolstered by the group's words of encouragement, Jody has decided to stay, and things quickly return to normal.
My rose was definitely Carly singing every song that I just requested.
We are made strong through struggle and unbreakable through compassion. In every small moment comes a chance to define our day and change the course of tomorrow. Can we learn nature's lessons of harmony? Do we reach for tomorrow together, or let selfishness drag us backward? Can you rise by lifting others?
Closer we get to going home, closer we come together.
6 strangers must return to the wilderness, traveling old trade routes of the Ulnu and Unamagi, also known as Cape Breton. Surviving for 25 days with no modern technology, learning the old ways from the elders, to reconnect to their past and find what truly matters. After weeks of surviving together, the adventurers are missing family and on the brink of succumbing to exhaustion and hunger. Carly sets off in the morning to see if their snares had any success.
That's something. Then we came over here. I don't exactly know where T's and Jody's are because we split up. My morning was okay. I woke up and I had a headache kind of all day, so that kind of dragged me down, but I had to go check our snares. I heard that you can get rabbits with some mushrooms, so I tried to bait some of the ones I put up anyway. But no, it's not looking like we're having much luck today. I think everything stayed hidden because of the rain. Okay, I know I put some over here.
I didn't have to do fire watch. Someone took over my shift without me knowing, so that was great. Usually I end up doing 1 or 2 shifts, which I like doing because I don't sleep as much. But last night I slept for, 10 hours, more or less. The first time since we arrived that I actually got to sleep, so I feel good. Minus the damp clothes, but I'm good.
We're solid, we're friends. He's a good person. We've had a lot of good talks, good conversations, and he's cool, I like him. He's, I think definitely the strongest connection that I have here. Yeah, we're good friends. He's got a girlfriend at home. Maybe in a different life, different universe, multiverse theory and all that good stuff, maybe. But at this moment, I know he's got a girlfriend at home and I'm respectful about that.
While the rest of the camp spends the morning reflecting, Carly continues her search for the snares she had set the day before.
That I just can't. This wasn't one, right? Hope I didn't destroy one. Where was it?
Despite her decision to stay, Jody continues to struggle.
I felt like I was going to fall asleep every time I stood up. I was like not having it today. I just think it's lack of warmth, food, and water.
I think Jody has been good today. She was feeling a little sick earlier.
The thing is, she's sticking in there, so I think give her a little more time and whatever. She's finding her place. She's adjusting. She's here, so that's what matters.
But she definitely seemed like she was in better spirits than the other day, so I think she's doing all right.
Trying to snare on old trails versus active ones.
I'm absolutely so glad I stuck it out.
I hit these real good.
Not only for me, but for the people in my life that I can take this knowledge to.
Hit them from myself, even.
I would love to start a gardening project or something in the north.
Because I have nothing so far.
I just, this gives people a chance to get to know me.
We're going the right way, aren't we?
Yeah, I will make things happen in the future, for sure.
It's that way, right?
I'll take all this knowledge and share it because that's what it's meant for.
Maybe everything was hiding because it was stormy weather and they were scared.
I'm happy to let everyone know as much as I can give them.
Damp weather continues to affect the adventurers. While some adapt, others are more challenged.
My night last night was pretty good. I slept pretty good. I woke up once or twice, that's it. I didn't notice it was raining a lot.
The rain has put a damper on a good half of our day.
My experience at this campsite has been pretty, it's wet. It feels like we're in a bog at the moment.
I expected like a lot of tension with the group, and that's what I found out.
This time is the most time I've ever really spent in the teepee. I like to be outside, but we got all the wood cut early.
Well, we're at the end of our firewood here, so it'll be interesting trying to get some dry wood.
Dave was telling me we don't need more firewood, but obviously it rained. We needed more firewood, and they told me to calm down because I need to rest, but I should have just kept cutting firewood.
We ended up just hanging out in the wigwam, trying to stay dry.
I don't know what's keeping me going lately. Yeah, I don't know.
It sucked. The rain kept coming into my side of the teepee, and now my blanket is all wet.
I'm sure just because we're on moss-covered ground that it comes and soaks in like a sponge.
Everything is wet, but I saved my book on the plus side.
So it slowly seeped into inwards in the teepee, but I was never really damp.
I don't like being wet, especially when the teepee should be dried.
The blankets kept me warm enough.
There are some holes in our canvas which we cannot prevent.
I had no complaints about dampness, and I feel bad that Jody did.
There's still water coming in, and it's very upsetting. I'm upset.
I can deal with that and still wake up and be okay, but I'm not sure. She'll probably be cold and upset, and I'd rather her be happy. Keep her warm by the fire.
I hope she doesn't leave. I really love having her here. We've all been in this from day one together, and we came in as a team. It'd be great to leave as a team.
At this point, I just want to go home.
Hungry and exhausted, the adventurers must discover new strengths if they are to have any chance of finishing their journey. By following the Ulnu teachings of life on the land, some have begun to thrive rather than surviving. For others, the attraction of home could still prove stronger than their desire to complete the journey. Pushing inland on this seasonal route, the rivers begin to widen and the lakes open up.
I love canoeing. Oh my God, that was so fun.
Oh, being out of the river is great. The paddle was really nice.
Once we got out and got canoeing on this lake, oh my God, that was so awesome. I love that so much.
Got onto the open water and up to the more deeper parts of the river. It was really nice, and seeing all the colors change and one bend to another, it was just like, it was almost like a freeway, but it wasn't. It was just natural. It was really beautiful.
It's nice to be able to actually glide on the water and enjoy paddling.
Leaving the shallow, winding rivers, the group cover 4.5 kilometers to their new camp on Eel Lake.
It was really, really enjoyable. It was one of the things I wanted to do when I came here, and it lived up to expectations.
I like being Dayby's paddle partner. We sync pretty well.
It was amazing. Jody's a great paddler, and I kind of splash a bit, but I'm getting it back.
It was a good paddle. I'm glad to be at this new camp spot. That old place was really dreary. Just something about it was just dreary, so I'm glad to be out of there.
We got to our new site, quickly got the poles, and it's pretty, we're getting quicker.
With a new camp and refreshed spirits, the group are excited by the return of some familiar faces.
Dante, hey, welcome. Hey.
Elders are here.
Wow, it's beautiful here with the
Wait,
fire going.
what's that?
Elders here.
Hey, welcome.
Right on the medicines too.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
All right, you can sit down.
You can sit
You can sit right there.
Sit. Named Lucy, Sudik Bernal, and Judy Gugu, Wamku Klewi, Skuish Kuwagin on my Pisona. Dahoigis Mahodamu, the Wishkajishme.
So it's about an Indaluisi. Bottle of Cleawi. Peggy Gunuadal not Andelin Pisiap. Isn't Guyanek. Aha, Megisha Gunun Muxidosabula Nidaba. Kisko.
Gargoy, Kisco, Kigamana, what do you need? What's he go to you? Somebody does what he made, drugstore, Koi, Western Eldaj, instead of the way, Bison sword no. Last year we Bison, band-aid treatment, about.
I like what they said about the Western medicine and how it's more of like a customer base, really. They want you to keep coming back. They'll treat your symptoms, and once more pop up, they'll give you some more and come on back.
Anyway, good what? Delaware, Nina, headache na. I'm pissing, I'll know in pissing, there's a look, snoogaran. And what's the hard work, Bage? Delaware made it natural chemo. I, what you are, Delaware, white birch, liquid tincture. Was the hard work, Nagamoy. How much you quite him up, Delaware, Bonajo and Salaway, Malagage. How Sismoran. There's still a Guascard Majuquadian age. Wheels. Lentigo diamo ya hage. Nada up to go tem college. Seaweed. Getting away, me major. Some fish without mercury, a hage seaweed. Now we shall get them to the Negmoy, Nunja, God up and come lamok. Madam, Delaware either Nebem. Is nan pilidola, met swada ola. Oh, business more mable with you, nanebide. If I take this Western medicine, it's gonna end my life. I knew it.
anyway, good way. Was a word of Makodamab seed, mustard seed, lap, Delwig, a bitter ladro. Just Delwig, near to cyanide. Makodamab, windows on El Seal. I Delwig made bitter almond. Pugal Koi is Makodam Milamu, I eat all kinds of food. What do you mean, Magiani? I would you lay on it? I'll make a cooking in Majukodamais. Illinois, I still follow my Indian trail, my red trail. How milky clumps does he? Dandelion with tea. Arcade wise. Snuga and name what is you get squizino. Nidabach. Elders sick down, is a bottom of that.
Western medicine is, at the end of the day, it's all about economics. It's not so much about healing the person, it's about, you said, band-aid solutions, and I totally agree with that.
I'd name up Nidab. I'd rather go see my Nidabs. Joe, Jody, is not Gisagu, Yenamagi. About them, Madame. Kijigi, Madame, Pisanamo, about age, Milkigan, age. Xnugayan, Sabalida. I know their medicines will pull me through whenever I get sick, whenever I get ill. Now I'm sick, because I'm going to sit. Well,
okay. It's just like any medicine. If you misuse it, it's no good to you. Any kind of medicine. The Indian medicine is the same as it's to act the same way. If you misuse it, it won't be good to you. You could overdose yourself.
The Creator gave us all this. Most of the trees or most of the medicines that you look at, it's either food or it's edible. Food or medicine. And it's our responsibility to learn. What I do, I pick a plant. When I don't know a plant, I pick it. I take it home. I research it until I find something about it. It's our responsibility to learn about our plants and give respect. I always have tobacco with me. And when I pick medicines, I give thanks. I give a purpose why I need this plant here. And ask them to heal me. That's what we should all do. We should get back into that, you know, learn about our medicines. They're precious.
With a new camp and a new perspective on the world around them, the group are beginning to truly heal and connect. On the peaceful shores of Eel Lake, the adventurers absorb the knowledge of the medicines and the healing that has been all around them.
I used to help her. Me and my brother, we used to dive in the lakes and the swamps for bagosi. It's stronger than the bagosi is stronger, more potent than the one you get on the ground. No, anyway, good way. All time, guys. Wing guador. Wind business, guys. Under a stump. My grandmother used to hide her medicines and her medicine bag under a stump because she was nervous of Indian agents. She protected her medicines. I remember one time she told me, me and my brother, when I illness supposed out to go my age and pissing. You're not supposed to charge your fellow Indian anything for medicine.
I like how they don't charge for friends or family. It's more of a trade. You bring tobacco, cloths, meat, hides, and you gift them to them in exchange for the medicines that you need or your family member needs.
Mm-hmm. You bring your friends fish or meat, hide or whatever in trade for your medicines. What's the boss? I don't do gonna hide. Gundawa. They'll wait me. Indian monies.
My dad does that back home, and he gets people coming and giving him meat and some hides sometimes just to go pick the rat root around his campsite. He happily obliges because he knows they need it, and it's for a good reason.
As we sit here, I notice medicine. We're stepping on it. There's fire on it. There's edible food here too. And I just want to acknowledge that when you make a fire, offer some tobacco because you're disturbing the medicines and you're uprooting them. So I'm just going to offer tobacco. I'm going to show you what's here that you Kisur down pick out of way business and wala to escape nakte mulago rutsamo.
Not knowing, like we're stomping on it, burning it, and something you see that you just blow off, it's actually helps, when taken right, it can help you in the long run and cure ailments and diseases. It's just pretty amazing.
Right here, all over, it's gold thread. We call this golden thread. We call them what's called tachishko. That means just gold thread.
I have family that has high blood pressure and diabetes, so like the golden root and bunch berries.
Ahula na moil, kis makoted.
Blood pressure low.
7 of them every day for the winter, and your high blood pressure should be down. So I'm going to pass along that information.
When I have a bad flu, I put my golden thread, I put my gigasus, and my bagosi together, 3 of them, and it'll make you sweat. Oh, you make you so sweaty because it's attacking that virus you have inside you.
I think about the lesson today is it's important information that we know and we have options when it comes to illness.
Nugagulam, sabujijo, sabujish, wijitet, galuchijo, sudunanat, galuchijo, the side one gets no good, pusis no good when. The immune system low week. Akekis kujino cancer outage, genome prostate cancer outage, no more where me do. Mahadu gam cancer got a gelnik.
All of medicine comes from the earth, so finding the real source of it and being able to differentiate or have people, curate medicine is important.
I found it really cool that Jody can identify the medicines and the scents of medicine. Like, that was really intriguing, and I don't think I've met anyone like Jody.
Now I actually have some traditional medicine that's going to help me. So I can relate to that completely. And it's inspiring, in a sense. It gives some hope.
For the first time in many days, the adventurers feel at home, as the knowledge that the land provides medicines all around them heals their spirits, just as it can heal their bodies.
Joe and Judy are great, and Jerome. I love having them around.
Her inviting everyone to her house made me feel welcome.
It has that homey feeling to it, and I really needed that.
My day just always skyrockets whenever we have a elder visit.
They remind me of my cookum, and it's nice because I miss my cookum.
I love the teachings. It's a comfort thing. They really offer a lot of peace to me.
I just really enjoy her presence along with Joe.
I could sleep well tonight, pick up some medicines to help me sleep.
They're really nice people, and I hope that I could take them up on that offer of going to their house.
It's nice to see some elders. I really, really appreciate that.
They're just really nice people, and they know a lot of stuff, and I appreciate that.
To face the darkness, we must find the light inside ourselves. The knowledge to continue has been passed down from our ancestors. Going further than we thought possible is only one step away. Can we see their ways through our eyes? Will we sacrifice our growth to return to a home that has never left us?
It also my gisawok abjalux no gigwa. Kulaman Mashkan alux no go to doctor dan eldayo. Edaway, elnog, megamawa. I need up to Tirum Tunk. Abjalux no gizok. Gigwa amsid Tirum. Walalio. Amsid nogama. Eda also my gizok. Abjalux no gigwa. Kulaman. Mashkan alux no go to doctor dan eldayo. Edaway, elnog, megamawa. I need up to Tirum Tunk. Abjalux no gizok. Gigwa amsid Tirum. Walalio. Amsid nogama. Eda also my gizok. Abjalux no gigwa. Kulaman. Mashkan alux no go to doctor dan eldayo. Edaway, elnog, megamawa. I need up to Tirum Tunk. Abjalux no gizok. Gigwa amsid Tirum. Walalio. Amsid nogama.